Hi and welcome back, and just wanted to show you this Mcfarlane Alien from 2004, which I've got three of them at the moment. I didn't realise. I thought I only had one extra, but digging around I've actually got two more of these, which is a bit greedy, but I saw this on their Facebook marketplace with an 18-inch Terminator. And it was a bit of a journey, not too far, about half an hour away. And I picked these two up for 30 quid, which is a bargain. Quite a funny story. I went there and both of the figures were caked in dust. I've got the old Terminator here. I'll show you as well quickly. Yeah, both of them were caked in dust. Old Terminator's got an extra appendage here. One of his pistons has come loose, which looks kind of weird. And there's the old NECA. Terminator eyes all light up. Had to change the batteries, but as you can see, cleaned up really nice and shiny. So I've got that. He was missing a hand, so I swapped his hand out for one of the other figures I've got, which I've kind of ruined by repainting it several times. Anyway, back to the subject in hand, which is this 12-inch, you could say 1/6 scale NECA Mcfarlane Terminator. This is what got me into the hobby of collecting. I started off collecting 7-inch jobbies like this fella, which I customised and made it. He had the same sort of mouth as his older brother there, and I cut this section out here. You can see the little V where it's missing. I'm always meant to fill it in, but I never got around to it. And then glued the jaws shut. I like that menacing look more, and it had a cracked skull, so I just glued it and painted it black, kind of like that as a variant. Anyway, back on topic. This water white figure for sort of scale, about the same height there. You can see it can work as a 1/6 scale figure, depending on how you photograph the figures together. If you raise up the alien a little bit, it sort of looks more imposing. They're about the same height. It's kind of like a little bit short for 1/6. So it's not true 1/6 scale, but you can still pick these up fairly easily on eBay, and they really are great figures. I mean, 2004, so this was covered in loft dust. It's probably been sitting up there for probably 10 years, and it was absolutely caked, and it still is pretty. It could do with some gloss varnish or a repaint, or which I've done over the years. I've repainted a few of these, but it looks a hell of a lot better. If I show you the base now, you can see it's a really nice base. And the funny part of the story was, the lady didn't have a clue what this was. She said, I don't know, is it a Predator? I says, no, this is Alien. And yeah, it originally came with a base, because she didn't have the base. So I said, well, it come with a base. And she goes, what do it look like? I says, well, it's green on a sort of grid base. And she goes, oh, hold on a minute. She goes to bin bags and pulls out the base. So that was a bit of luck. So it's a really nice base. I've got another one here which is in slightly better condition, which I cleaned up and glossed. You see this one's a little bit more sort of faded in colours, but I say a bit of PVA glue or a bit of gloss varnish, and these come up a treat. And the good thing about these things is you can have them on display or stick them in your loft, and all I've done with this was stick it in in a washing up bowl in the sink with some washing up liquid, or dish soap if you're in America. We call it washing up liquid. Stuck it in there, give it a scrub, dried it out. Good as new. You can't do that with Hot Toys or a lot of these figures with metal joints and bits and bobs. This is all, I don't think there's any metal in here at all. There might be a small bit in the spring mechanism up here, which does the tongue. But yeah, it's a lovely piece. It's what got me into collecting. The first set I got was the Alien and Predator on the egg base. There's my dog approving of this message. Got them, can't remember the exact year, but if you look back on my videos, you can see the first thing I uploaded was a Mcfarlane Alien Queen, which had a customised mouth. I've still got that. I might revisit that shortly after I kill this dog, because he's a prick. So there you go. He's barking at his own existence. I don't know. He's having a existential crisis, I guess. He barks at everything. He's going a bit senile, poor fella. So had him 16 years, or about that. So yeah, time to take old Yeller out, I reckon. Poor fella. But there you go. That's taken a bit of a dark turn. But yeah, it's a dark figure, but I love it. And this dog is breaking my train of constant thought. Right, I've got to deal with him. Yeah, let the dog out so he can bark at somebody else now. Yeah, it's a nice figure. The only limitations are it's kind of, this is the best pose to have it in. You can articulate the limbs, and let me get it off this rotating base and show you. It's got plenty of articulation, but you've got a cut seam here, which kind of looks a bit weird when you don't have it all lined up. You've got a cut seam there, you've got a joint here that goes backwards and forwards and in and out. You've got a swivel here at the elbow. Again, makes it look a bit mad. It's very limited what you can do. Wrist, knee joint. It's got a cut here at the thigh. It's got a cut at the hip. Only problem with these figures is a lot of the time the ankles get broken because it's got pegs into the base, and you know, if you've got any type of action figure, you know how the hinges work. If they're not lined up straight and you try to articulate it or put pressure on it, or crack. And obviously with age these things get brittle, so they're more prone to cracking. So that's one thing to look out for, but they're quite easy to repair. If you've got like a little Dremel, just you can use small nails and reinforce the joints. Just a quick look at the dome here. I've got a few as I said, and I'll show you them shortly. The dome here has got like a mist of paint on the front and the back, and you can see some of it's worn away. I'm not sure if that's in the inside or the outside. I think it's in the inside of the dome, but you know, these things happen. The dome itself looks in good shape. Let me show you the other one I've got here. This one I've slightly modified. As you can see, the dome now comes off to expose his handsome face. I can't really tilt that head for some reason. There we go. So you can see he's a, if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, you've probably seen this before. but if not, I thought I would give you nightmares, because this thing is pure nightmare fuel. What a hideous concoction. The original was supposed to have all maggots and stuff up here. Nice. But that didn't work. If you're aware of the concept art, I think, or prototype Alien, the translucent one, the suit was all translucent, and then it didn't work on film, so Geiger had to go in and spray it all. I think that's how it happened. I think he wanted a more insect-looking beast, so it was originally translucent. I've still got to pick up one of those figures. There's a guy locally selling one, but I'm trying to pick one up cheap because I'm a cheapskate. And so there's the dome. You can see it's got some remnants of paint still in there. If you do want to get these domes off, the best way I found is to heat up with a hairdryer and then just not drop it, but just get a razor blade and try and just sort of ease it in gently and work it around. And you can feel, as you pry it up, you can feel the glue going, but they are very easy to crack. So I know this video is going on a bit and it's going to go on a bit longer, but I do love these. It inspired me to get into this sort of collecting lark, which has been mostly fun, and you know, it evolves. I've been sort of gone back to the Action Man stuff, partly due to nostalgia, partly due to money restrictions that I have. But I've got kind of bored, to be honest, of the whole Hot Toys, Star Wars, Marvel. There's nothing interesting me, and this sort of stuff here, you know, I'll never lose my love for Aliens and Predators, Terminators. So I could talk about these all day long and show them all day long. I know there's a big worldwide fan base, so yeah, if you want to see more, I've got loads more. Loads more of these things. And yeah, there was a guy selling a collection, and I was tempted to buy that, but I've really got way too many of these and they're all in storage boxes. So I will get some out and show. But yeah, the differences I want to show with this one is I've glued these joints in place here. This one's glued, the hips are glued, the knees are still flexible, and so are the ankles to some degree. I think one of them's pinned. The hands still have the movement, obviously the head. But I really think gluing this joint, the cut on the thigh, and these ones, because you see all the detail here, all lines up here across the cut's there. So once you start moving it, you sort of lose the effect. All the detail, you know, doesn't match. But yeah, I think I'll give this a slight repaint. Maybe some extra silver in the ribbed sections there. Maybe some of these. I think I went over most of it with like a gunmetal grey or brushed silver. Yeah, really like this one. I've got one more to show and that will be it. It's another one of these, but slight differences, like on the 7-inch it's got this colour nails. This colour nails, that's good speaking. Good words, use of. This one's got lots of little red dots. They did do a refreshed one, which was more solid black. I've got one of those as well. I've got quite a few of these smaller scale figures, really like them. I'll just show you this large version of sort of this. Yeah, this is the best specimen in my collection, I guess. It's not very well posed here, but can see, this is the only one, or one of the only ones I've picked up over years. I've had several and in various conditions, and painted them up, fixed them up, sold them on. But this one's got the flesh coloured or copper coloured, and they're more like flesh. Fingernails, the dome is pretty clear. This is how I got it. And it's got the darker paint at the front here, whereas the other one, that one's got nothing on it. But this one, as you remember, is more like a misty coloured. So this is, to me, is kind of like a 12-inch version of the refreshed Alien. Let me show you what I mean, if this pauses. Okay, so there we go, we got there in the end. There's the 7-inch version, the refreshed version I should say. That seems bothering me, it's not lining up. Hold on. Okay, so this, as I was saying, is the refreshed version of this fella, where the paintwork is not so basic with the red dots. I don't know if that's supposed to be human blood or what, but yeah, this one is just more jet black, and the dome is more solid black instead of the misty sort of white. And yeah, this version come on the, don't know if this is going to work, it's been a long time. There we go. Come with just a single egg, whereas this one come with the 3 eggs and the Predator set. And so that was the first thing that I ever bought that got me into this hobby. So it'll always be a special place in my heart for these little fuckers. And yeah, hope you enjoyed just a little look through and a little bit of nostalgia. If you want to see any better content, then go somewhere else, because this is as good as it gets until I finally get a computer sorted and do some better editing. And yeah, it is what it is. Hope you find it entertaining. If not, thumb it down. That's all good. If you liked it, thanks. So yeah, I've got some interesting figures coming. Well, I've got the figures, but the videos will be coming soon. If I can get my head together and my shit together, I will bring them to you. But I do ramble a lot, and this video is like getting on for nearly 20 minutes, so it's going to be a bitch to upload, because Virgin Media are a bunch of pricks. They charge a fortune and their service is absolutely terrible. So yeah, might be changing internet providers soon as well. So anybody knows any good deals on their good internet providers, cheap rates. I don't do any gaming or any of that things. I do watch a bit of Netflix, so I want something that's reliable, but with quick upload speed would be nice. Yeah, so little rant over. Virgin, sort your life out, and talk to you soon. Bye.